All of us right now have had 2 days of a powerful experience. I think we would all agree with that, right? And our energy bodies are soft, very soft. If our guides have been waiting to do something big, this is an opportunity that they very well may jump at. Does that make sense? Because our energy bodies are soft, and now would be a good time to just expand and draw down whatever is to be drawn down. You see? And so this is happening, and Donna is helping somebody process it. And that's what we've been working for 2 days. Yay. Now some of the other people have had this experience in the practices, because I've seen it in the eyes when they get off the table. So that's good. These things happen in these classes because it's a supported environment. You see? It's safe. Now, for all of us, we're going to go home. We're going home now. We're stepping out of an environment that says, let's move forward and all of us grow, into an environment that says, everybody stay the same, don't change, everything will be okay as long as no one rocks the boat. Now, if you're in an unsupported practice, that can be what happens. Everybody says, we'll all just stay this way we are. This doesn't happen at the conscious level. You understand? It's also not in the true subconscious mind. It's in the in-between, the part of our conscious mind that we're unaware of. The ego self, the personality ego self, resides in that, what we call the crazy mind. And so the crazy mind will take control and say, everybody just pretend. And then that way we'll all just stay the same and none of us will have to change. And we'll all just pretend that we're changing and pretend that we're growing and pretend that good things are happening. And then it'll all be okay, because none of us will be pushed through our limits. Who has felt really pushed through some limits through this class? It's kind of confrontational, right? It is for all of us. You see, we're pushed right through our limits. Did we want to be pushed right at that moment? Not really. Not really. That's the honest truth. Not really. So if there isn't anyone in the room to get real in your face, does it happen? No, it does not happen. So friends, when there isn't, this is what happens in unsupported practices. People say, we want to get together and practice this method. And we say, let us support your practice. Let us help you do it. Because if there isn't anybody in the room who already has the awareness of what it should feel like to say, and the awareness of how to assess alignment, which can be done at a distance. You know, what is the merge? What are the channels? What is the energy body doing? This is a skill. You see, it's a learnable skill. It's an objective skill. This isn't subjective at all. It's objective. It's a subtle energy objective skill. But if there's no one in the room with that skill, then it's everybody just saying, yeah, I've got it. And you've got it too. We've all got it. Yes, we've all got it. Okay, that's not helpful. That's everybody saying, let's none of us change, and then it'll all be okay. And maybe this will all just blow over. It's okay. This is why we say, tell us if you want to practice. We'll help. Because our commitment is to do it for real. You see, not pretend. Not pretend. Our commitment is that everybody get it. Which means we go all out, and which means that sometimes gets very confrontational, and the person who's being confronted may or may not like it. 99.9% of the time, do they like it? No, they don't. And it's tempting to say, no, you are wrong. No, you are wrong. You're not even in the room if it's at a distance, and therefore absolutely you're wrong. Is there any limitation of space-time? No. Please don't take this as ego, because it isn't. But we had a conversation yesterday about the session with a person in New Zealand by email. One session, person in New Zealand who I've never met, by email. Lifelong issues, 2 legs the wrong length. He goes in that to have them measured that day and however many months it's been since then, and they remain the same length. Do you think maybe I could be right when I say, you don't have it. You can do it, but you don't have it going on right now. Let me help. So friends, right now your energy bodies are soft. Ask for the angels to keep you safe, you understand? To keep you safe. Because you're getting ready to go into a world that says, nobody change. Everything will be okay if nobody rocks the boat. Are they right? This Titanic is headed for an iceberg as a planet, right? Can we see that? The oceans are emptying of fish. We're depleting our soil. We're polluting our lakes, rivers, and streams. Food and water are necessary. Right? We see that, right? It's time to make a difference, and we can do it. We can do it. But it's time to give up the idea that we don't have to change. Does this make sense? So in these rooms we say, let's all change together. You see? We can do it. We can link arms. We can be the change we wish to see in the world. Gandhi, be the change we wish to see in the world. We can do it. Ask for protection. Stay in touch with each other. Stay in touch. No, I didn't say that right. Stay in touch with your mentor. If you don't have a mentor, now's a good time to request one. This is what the mentor is there for you, to just help you through this process. Because, friends, teaching team, who's found this to be a tiny bit scary? Hugely scary. Hugely scary. Who's found that it's possible? Who's found it's the most rewarding thing you've ever done in your life? Yeah. So the camera wasn't so you could see it, but all the hands went up to all of those questions. It's hugely scary. We can do it, and it's the most rewarding thing we've ever done in our lives. So friends, because we're alive, there's one thing we know. Our song is still inside of us, not yet fully sung. Because the moment that last note exits, guess what happens? We die! We die right then. Now, sometimes we die with our song still unsung, you see? And that happens because in our guide's assessment, it isn't going to happen, and we just need our reset button pressed because we're good and stuck. And that's okay. Fresh start. Fresh start. Fresh start. But to go out with the last note sung. Hallelujah! You see? We can do it. We can do it.
I have to share this. My grandmother.
Microphone. Thank you.
20 or 30, probably 30 or 40 years now ago, my grandmother took my mother to buy my mother an anniversary gift. It was January 10th. And she said at the end of the day, she said, okay, my list is complete. And she died in the morning.
And she died in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my list is complete. Thank you. So friends, call for the angels. If you start to feel weird, especially if you start to get you can literally get physically ill if your energy body shrinks down because your physical body is going to start to shriek at you. Don't do that. You see? If that happens, first things first is go, it's a free will, so you don't have to do this, but you can say, I'm not going to go down that old road. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay big. I'm going to stay empowered. I'm going to do what I came here to do. I am. I am. And you just use your powerful energy hands to push that energy back out, big, strong, and you call for the angels, and you call for the light beings. All these light beings, you see, you've got this little window of opportunity where there's a lot of grace. It's here for you, and it's real. And email your mentor. If you don't have a mentor, email our through the website team, and we will help you. We will help you. You don't have to do it alone.